Hello guys, welcome to Medification. Today we are going to start with nutrition and health. So let's see what are the major nutrition. So carbohydrate provide us around 4 kilocalorie of energy. Fats provide near about double, you can see it's 9 kilocalorie. And protein gives about 4 kilocalories. One important thing which is to be noted for the MCQ part is that here we need to know the conversion, that is 1 kilocal equal to 4.184 kilojoules, and if we consider 1 kilojoule, the conversion will be 0.239 kilocal. This is very important because the value can be asked in different units. So this is a very important conversion value. Now we will see the next part, which is the reference male and female. So for the reference male and female, the average age is about 18 to 29 years. For male also and for female also, 18 to 29 years. And the weight for male is 60 kgs and for female is 55 kgs. And the body mass index or the BMI, for male it would be around 20.3 and for female it will be a slight greater, that will be 21.2. Whereas the height of the reference male will be about 1.73 meters and for female will be 1.61 meters. So this is the main point of reference male and female. This is the parameters. And now for the reference male and female, the work, let me write here, the work time should be about 8 hours and the sleep duration also should be around 8 hours. And for light activities, (4 to 6 hours). So protein mainly maintains the body structure and are also required for the synthesis of DNA, RNA, genomic material, hemoglobin and the cell membrane. So what is the RDA for proteins? RDA, or the required daily allowance for protein. It is generally about 1 gram per kg per day for the adults. So if a man weighs around 60 kg, he should consume about 60 gram of protein per day. And now for the pregnant woman, they should generally consume about more 23 gram per day as usual. And for infants, the RDA should be around 1.16 to 1.7 gram per kg per day. So it is very important. As for the adult, it is about 1 gram per kg per day, but for infants they need more protein and the RDA is more. So like 1.16 to 1.7 gram per kg per day is the daily allowance of protein for infants. So it is important. And now we will see the RDA for the lactation during the lactation period. So initially for about 0 to 6 months, they should consume more 19 gram of proteins per day, and for the total 0 to 12 months during the tenure, they should have 11 to 13 gram per day. So now we will see the protein quality indicators. There are generally 5 indicators, so we will see one by one. First is the amino acid score. Amino acid score is nothing but the amount of amino acid in the food product upon the amount of same amino acid in the reference protein. So we will see what is a reference protein. Reference protein is nothing but this same amino acid present in the egg. This is considered as the reference protein. So if we consider that food A, food B, and if we consider a egg, if food A gives 10 gram, B gives 40 gram, and egg gives 80 gram. So how can we calculate the amino acid score? So obviously it is food A is giving 10 gram of amino acid and B is giving 40 gram of amino acid. So according to the formula, we will just calculate. So for food A, it will be around 10 by 80, and for B, it will be around 40 by 80. So guys, tell which is the food which is having the more amino acid score. Obviously, it is most obvious that B will be having more amino acid score. So this is how we calculate the amino acid score. So the second indicator is the net protein utilization. So here, if we consider a man, please excuse my drawing, and if the person consumes a certain amount of protein, so after ingestion, the protein will be absorbed in the intestine and some part will be excreted. So if we consider A as the ingested protein, B as the absorbed protein, biological value of protein. So why we consider this biological value and the digestibility coefficient? What's the use of it? If we multiply digestibility coefficient and the biological value, or else if we write the value direct, B by A into C by B, we get C by A, which is considered as the net protein utilization. So what is C by A? A is the ingested protein and C is the retained protein for the body mass. So the value of ingested protein upon the protein needed for the body mass is this ratio is considered as the net protein utilization. This is very important for the MCQ point of view. Now, certain basic points for NPU, which is generally asked in the MCQ. It is a composite indicator. And it consists DC and BV, which we know is the digestibility coefficient and the biological value. So we can write NPU in another way. How we can write that? We can write NPU as the, I'm writing here, amount of nitrogen retained in body structure upon the total protein ingested. And NPU is considered better than the amino acid score. So we can say that among the protein quality indicator, NPU is generally the better and most common indicator used in the protein quality measurement. So the third indicator is the PDCAS. It is not so complex as the name suggests. It is just the protein digestibility coefficient corrected amino acid score. The value, as the name suggests, is the corrected amino acid score in according with the protein digestibility coefficient. So the amino acid score is adjusted with the digestibility coefficient. That's the point we should remember, that PDCAS is nothing but the amino acid score adjusted with the digestibility coefficient. Now the fourth indicator. The fourth indicator is the DIAAS, or the digestible indispensable amino acid score. It is considered the best indicator, but generally NPU is commonly used. So if the question is asked that which is the best indicator, then the order goes like this: DIASS is better than PDCAS, which is better than NPU, and which is better than the amino. So if it is asked that which is the best indicator, the best indicator is the DIAS, and then the PDCAS, then the NPU, and then the amino acid score. But among this, the commonly used indicator is the NPU. This is very important, and it is generally asked in the MCQ questions generally. So now we will see the last two protein quality indicators. First, we will deal with the protein energy ratio. Protein energy ratio is nothing but the amount of energy from the protein in our food product upon the total energy from the diet. So simply, it is the amount of energy which we get by consuming the protein part of the food product we eat, and upon the total energy we get from all the nutrients, carbohydrate, fat, protein. So the total energy from the diet. So one important point which is generally asked, that which is the food item containing the highest protein energy ratio. It will not be meat or egg or anything else. It will be fish, because fish contains about 80% of the protein as the nutrient. And now we will see the protein efficiency ratio. It is simply the amount of weight gained per gram of protein consumed. So it is generally the weight gain we have by consuming the per gram of protein. So that's all for today. Next video we will see the glycemic